Well, I am an admirer of Elisa's. Elisa has even worked for me, and the fact is that she is talented.
What's it called? Kermit and Friends?
Kermit and Friends.
Kermit. But if Kermit.
You're saying
like
not to do...
Yeah,
wait.
I actually have watched a few hours of Kermit and Friends.
How many hours have you watched, Natalie?
Oh, no. Probably indulged in 8 hours.
Holy...
My wife and I watched Benji's ex-girlfriends or whatever's going on. We watched this crazy podcast, and I have to say, this is one of the, probably in the top 5 things I think about right now.
She has a podcast, but she gets to come on the radio. It is craziness upon craziness.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Kermit and Friends. I am Elisa. This is Fozzie, and Kermit is watching from heaven. It's a special show today. It's our special Father's Day edition of Kermit and Friends. My dad is here. He's going to be performing for us. It's very exciting. Sugar, is this a good idea? Is this a bad idea? How wrong can this go?
I'm excited. We're going to see what's he going to do?
He's going to sing. He's a musician. My dad's a musician.
A professional one?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, he's been performing
fantastic.
his whole life. He's been performing his whole life. He plays guitar. He sings. He has more guts than I do. He's always performing somewhere. He always finds an open mic or somewhere to perform. And I admire that. You know, I don't really do that anymore. So when he tells me that he's up to something like that, I'm always impressed.
Wow. I'm so excited. Well, I want to ask some questions, but I guess I should just wait and see the performance. I want to know what kind of music it's going to be.
Yeah, I was going to open it up to questions because I know people really want to talk to my dad. There's one person in particular that wants to talk to my dad. Do you know who that is? Oh my God.
Okay, I'm going to make a list of people who are not allowed to talk to your dad. And first, T-Bob. Okay, and in general, there will be no discussion about any body parts of your dad. Let's just make that sort of a general rule. He can talk to Andy though. That would be awesome.
Really? Yeah,
I mean, you're engaged. You should probably have him talk to your dad. Your dad might have some questions.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. No, Andy is awake. I can confirm that. I woke him up and he said that he was interested in meeting my dad. He was interested in talking to my dad. I don't see him here yet, but a person that I know has some questions for my dad is actually this guy.
That was, hi Eric, how are you? I think Eric will be respectful though, I hope.
You know, it's not every day that we get to
Eric, Eric, your audio is terrible. What was that? No. If you talk to my dad today, your audio has to be perfect. Okay, your audio has to be perfect.
Gotta get headphones. Gotta get headphones, people. Makes all the difference.
It really does. Yeah, I had a kind of a big week. I got my vaccine. See?
I'm so happy for you. Are
Yeah.
you magnetic now?
Yeah, sugar.
You're magnetic now?
Yeah, I'm like a magnet. Everyone's just drawn to me left and right. But, it actually has given me a lot of compliments. Like people, when they see my Band-Aid, which I'm not taking off, by the way, when they see my Band-Aid, they're like thrilled and happy for me. And they ask me questions. It's a really good conversation starter, the vaccine. When people see that you've been vaccinated, all of a sudden you're this great person.
Very virtuous.
Yeah. We're saving the world. We're helping people. People are very impressed that I went through the whole thing. But then I don't like when they ask me if it's my first vaccine or second vaccine, because then when they find out it's my first vaccine, they're not as impressed.
No, the second one, yeah. But I mean, some people are fine. It's just, and some people don't feel well for a couple of days and it's not fun. But what are you going to do? I mean, what are you going to do? We got this stupid pandemic, get vaccinated. That's it. It's not that big of a deal. Has Andy got vaccinated yet?
Are you kidding me?
They can't catch him.
I can't imagine like a scenario where he would be like vaccinated. Like he'd have to be vaccinated by
free will.
Yeah. He'd have actually, he's the one that inspired me to be vaccinated. Because he invited me to this, he didn't invite me. He told me he was going to a movie premiere, okay? And so I found out where it was, and I knew, he wouldn't pick me up, so I just showed up. I went to this movie premiere party, and there was like 1,000 people there. It was packed. It was really packed, and when you're sitting next to Andy, everybody comes up to you, and they start asking you questions, and they're like spitting on you. Like I had like these 20-year-old girls spitting on me to get to Andy. And I'm thinking, at this point, I'm begging for COVID. Right now, I feel like I'm begging for it. So I really, really need to get this vaccine. And then I went to Hud Isaacson, a Kermit and Friends star, the rapper Hud Isaacson. I went to his rap battle, and that was even worse. There was so many people in there, and nobody was wearing a mask at either of these places. And it is really open here, and nobody's wearing a mask, and everybody's spitting on everybody. But somebody that I was happy about spitting on me was G-Eazy.
We manifested G-Eazy.
I believe
we've
so.
Been trying to manifest him for you for so long. Tell me what happened with G-Eazy.
So I'm at this movie premiere. I look across the room, and there's G-Eazy, okay? I see him. He's walking in. And I say to Andy, oh, my God, it's G-Eazy. He goes, who's G-Eazy? And I'm like, well, he's one of the biggest like musicians ever right now. He's really famous. He's in Rolling Stone. He has like one of the top hits. I mean, you would definitely know his music. And he goes, oh, I don't know who that is. So I go, Andy, this is what you do. You go up to G-Eazy and say, I'm your #1 fan. So Andy, he'll do anything, right? So Andy marches right up to G-Eazy, and he says to G-Eazy that he's his #1 fan. And G-Eazy takes one look at Andy, and he gives him this huge hug. And he goes, oh my gosh, you were at my first party I've ever had. And you were lit. That's what he said to G-Eazy. Or that's what he said to Andy. And he loved Andy, and he was going crazy over Andy. I actually got G-Eazy's phone number.
Oh my God. Hermitarianism is the best religion ever. We can manifest anything. This is amazing.
It was unbelievable because I think about the celebrities that I've heard of. I'm just not really a big fan of anybody, but G-Eazy.
No, we've only talked about G-Eazy.
I know.
Oh,
I know.
My God.
And he was so nice.
Amazing.
Sugar, he was so nice, but I would have not had
a beautiful aura.
Oh, he's unbelievable. So now I have his number. I don't want I have to be really smart about contacting him. I have to really think about it. But I think what I'm going to do, and something I did mention to G-Eazy, is that G-Eazy should put Andy in his next music video. And of course, I'll be there too. And I think that's a good way in because this guy, he was nice. He was gracious. I mean, he acted excited to meet us. He kept coming up to us. He said, this is the Hollywood couple if I've ever seen one. That's what G-Eazy said.
Oh my God. He is 6'6" of tall, lanky style. He's like James Dean. How was he dressed?
He was gorgeous. I mean, he was wearing, not really. I mean, he was just wearing all black. I'm trying to find the picture. Can you see this picture if I show it to you? Wait.
No, we're gonna have to put that
No,
up.
I gotta put it up.
Renaissance painting or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Look, that's G-Eazy. You can't see him?
Oh my God! Now I can see. Yeah, I see. You know what though? I love him in those short sleeve black shirts. He does that kind of Johnny Cash thing. His style is like, I just love it. I love fashionable dudes.
No, he's amazing in every way. He's amazing in every way. The guy, I mean, I didn't want to blow it. I was so excited. You know, I get so excited to meet someone. It was just so
you don't want to make him uncomfortable.
I didn't want to freak him out. I didn't want to freak him out because I didn't like it when, you know, people were coming up to our table because Andy was there, you know, and they would come to our table and they would not leave. They would stay. They weren't invited. Nobody invited them there, right? And then these people, they would come to our table. They would just sit there, and then they would never leave, and it was so annoying. So I didn't want to be like that to G-Eazy. Kermit and friends.
Hey, Lisa, it's Gonzo.
Hey, Gonzo. What's up?
Hey, do you think you can call G-Eazy and see if he'd be interested in working with Johnny B, maybe doing like a collab or something?
Okay, I could think about that. See, I really don't want to abuse G-Eazy's phone number. It's very rare that I get a phone number like that. So my top thing right now is just because I already texted G-Eazy. I texted him, it's such a pleasure to meet you. And then, I know, I think I fucked up already because I wrote such a pleasure to meet you, smiley face. And I texted him the picture of us. And then when I saved my number in G-Eazy's phone, I saved it as Elisa, Jordana, and Andy Dick. Right? I thought that was smart, so he'd remember me.
It's a good thing it's Andy trying to find
yeah. No, but like the weird thing was Andy, like, I mean, Andy does like guys, but he really wasn't too into him. It was weird. I thought that was, I mean, he has no idea who he is. That's, you know, what it comes down to. But yeah, I don't want to abuse his number. I have to really think if I was to contact him again. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to have Andy contact him. I think that's a smarter move. But the guy was unbelievable. He was so nice, Gonzo, and definitely exciting to meet.
Well, maybe you can send him some clips of Man Cave Live and see if he'd be willing to.
Gonzo, I'm not abusing my privilege of having G-Eazy's number by pushing Johnny B on him. No way.
Creative types are always looking to link up with other creative types. So I think you'd be doing him a favor. So just think about it.
Oh, Gonzo, you're so obsessed. It's really sick.
You should be too.
Okay. All right. I'll work on it. Okay. So I want to tell you guys, we have another guest after my dad. My dad's going to come on first, and then we're going to have Katha Blackwell. She is really cool. I got hooked up with her through Coach Love, and she is so amazing. I was just reading about her. I was watching a lot of her interviews. So she is the vice president of Shelter Service and Supportive Housing. She's a published author. She joined Partnership Against Domestic Violence. She's really against domestic violence, as we all should be. And she's going to speak about that today. And, you know, how to know if you're in an abusive relationship. I mean, odds are you are, right? Usually. But she's going to let us know if we are in an abusive relationship. Hopefully my fiance will be on a little later. I just want to see if Eric's audio. Eric, is your audio good? Of course not. Of course it's not. Okay, Eric, you're going to be on in a little bit with my dad. Everybody welcome my dad, Craig. Hey, Dad.
Hey.
Welcome to Kermit, my friends.
Great to be with my daughter on Father's Day.
Yeah. Okay, so this is my dad, everybody. Everybody give him a warm welcome. I don't know if he wants to connect with anyone after the show or anything like that. Everything okay?
Everything's fine.
Oh, okay. Okay. So do you want to sing? Do you want people to ask you questions? What would you prefer?
It's your show. I could
my show.
I could answer questions.
You can answer questions? Okay.
Probably. Maybe not 100%, but some of them I could answer.
Okay, great. Okay, so let's start with Lori. Lori and her dad actually do shows together, so I think she's the best person to bring on with you. Lori, this is my dad. This is Lori. She streams shows. She does shows with her dad, John Bolton, also a musician.
Awesome.
Lori, meet my dad, Craig.
Hi. Very similar. Similar stories, right?
I guess so.
We'll
Lori,
see.
do you have any advice for my dad now that he's joining the online streaming world? Any advice for him at all?
Ignore the trolls. Just ignore them. Don't pay them any heed. Just ignore them. Don't obsess over it.
Is that like 99% or?
Yeah. My
It's
dad
pretty much
obsesses over it. It drives me nuts.
So Lori and her dad have separate shows, and they have shows that they do together. and her dad sings, and they're really close. They live together, and so Lori's pretty much an expert. So if you need any help, you could just go to her. And I want my dad to make friends here. I don't know, Dad, you're not on any like social media or anything like that, right?
No, I'm zeroed out.
You're zeroed out. Okay, so no Facebook, no Twitter, no.
I wanted to tell Lori that you and I have done shows together.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so my dad and I performed with Benji. We performed with Benji on a TV show. Actually, we performed on Howard TV for Howard Stern, and we performed together. Speaking of that, Benji, I want everybody to know that Benji is running the marathon this year. Okay, and everybody can contribute to Benji's marathon running if you want. He's accepting donations. He's going to be in the 2021 New York City Marathon. He's raising money for cancer research for Sloan Kettering. So anybody who donates $10 or more this weekend will receive a call from Benji. And Dad, how good is a call from Benji?
It's a lot of fun.
Exactly. Yeah. My dad has had so many fun dinners and lunches and walks around with Benji. He's just a joy. So if somebody is out there and they want to contribute to a good cause, I would suggest Benji's marathon running. Dad, you ready for your first song?
If you're ready, I'm ready.
All right. Perfect. Everybody introducing my dad, Craig.
I didn't know that there was a first song, but okay. Big boss man, can't you hear me when I call? Big boss man, can't you hear me when I call? So big, you just called out just about all. You got this thinking boss man working around the clock. Won't get a drink or whiskey. You just won't let me stop. Big boss man, can't you hear me when I call? You were so big, you just told that just about all. Give me your boss man, one that'll treat me right. Work hard in the daytime, sing the blues at night, so we boss. Can't you hear me when I call? We were so big, you just thought that just about all. Well, big boss man, can't you hear me when I call? Big boss man, can't you hear me when I call? We were so good, you just tell? That's just about all.
Thanks, Dad. Thanks for performing that. Do you have any other songs so I could bring you on after Katha?
I think I know one other song.
Okay, perfect. Okay, just sit tight. That was amazing. Everybody loved it. If you look in the chat, you had so many compliments. Did you notice
What
that?
chat? I don't see any chat.
There's a chat. I don't know how to explain it.
I have to right now.
Okay. I'll explain it later, but just sit tight, just relax, enjoy. Katha, this is Katha. Everybody welcome her to Kermit and Friends. Hey, Katha.
Hi, hello everyone. How are you?
We are good. Just celebrating this holiday and just having fun. I'm so excited that you're here. Coach Love mentioned to me a few things about you that I found very interesting. You primarily focus on abusive relationships. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. What inspired you to have that as your focus?
Well, for one, I was raised up in an abusive household. And when it came to me figuring out what my purpose is in life and what I should be doing, I prayed to God and tried to figure those things out. And I was led to heal women and build shelters. And so throughout my career, that's been my main focus, is to help women focus on healing themselves, learning about healthy relationships and what that means, and recognizing the signs of an abusive relationship.
Okay, so you grew up in an abusive household. You watched that firsthand. How much did that affect your life and how bad did it get?
Well, it got really bad for my mom, especially. She had an abusive relationship with my stepfather at the time, and it was from elementary school all the way through high school. And I used to see him do terrible, horrible things to my mom throughout our childhood. He used to drag her down the stairs. He would physically abuse her. He would lie on us, physically abuse us as well. And so that took place through elementary school through high school, which actually was my fuel to get me out of that situation. I knew even as a child that if I wanted something greater for my own life, I have to figure out a way to get out. So focusing in on school, focusing in on purpose, building my relationship with God was my main focus in order to get through that whole situation. But my mother now is healthy, happy, whole, living her best life. We just got back from Jamaica a little while ago. And so it's a whole nother story now. So yeah.
So she got out of it. So
yes.
How long did that take her? And what do you think made her get out of it? Because some people, they just have such a hard time getting out of it, and they equate the abuse with almost love, like, oh, he cares about me. If he feels this much, passion towards me, he cares about me. Sometimes it's hard to get out of a situation like that. You think it was the kids what do you think it was?
I think it was a couple of things. I think it was her children, for one thing, seeing how he acted with us, seeing how he interacted with us, and then coming to the realization that her daughter, at the time I was 16, telling her, this is not healthy. This is not a healthy relationship. Hearing her own child say that to her, I think that motivated her as well. And then once he tried to threaten to kill our family, threaten to kill her mother, I think that's where she drew the line in the sense, like, I need to get out of this relationship. And she did successfully.
Wow. And did this affect you as far as, like, obviously emotionally? Were you like suicidal at any point? Were you like anything like that?
No, I never got to a point where I was ever suicidal or anything like that. I really just had this drive in me that I knew within me that this is not healthy, that this is not life. I had other examples of healthiness in my life. Sadly, it was through television. But those are the examples I had showing me that this is not how your life has to be. This is not how your future has to be. These are choices. And this is, for myself and for my family, I chose not to be involved in abusive relationships, as well as just to even talk to my husband about domestic violence, even when we were dating, just to have let those boundaries be set early on in any relationship. So that way everyone's all on the same page in regards to what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. And a lot of times where you have domestic violence, people don't feel like they can get free from this relationship because they may think that this is the norm. Like, oh, everyone's in a violent relationship. This is how people are living today. And that's actually, it's just not true. When you look at reality shows, or you look at even some sitcoms, we don't really see a lot of healthy relationships as we used to back in the day. I won't describe my age, but back in the day, we used to see these healthy relationships on a regular basis, but now we don't see that as often. So sometimes you'll have people who will think this is the norm, this is the way life is, and this is acceptable behavior. But in actuality, it's not cute for your significant other to text you 50 times in one day. That's not healthy.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I feel like I would love that.
Oh, it's not healthy. Your significant other, if they're healthy with this relationship and their self-esteem is where it should be, they should be fine if they don't see you or if they know that you've gone somewhere and they don't see you come back at a particular time. It shouldn't be that they're texting every moment of every day trying to figure out what you're doing, who you're with, what you're wearing. That's not healthy. Healthy relationships represent someone being confident in you, confident in themselves, and not feeling like they need to control you.
Yeah. Well, okay. So it's sometimes I'm confused about that because I mean, I have a fiance right now and he goes missing for days at a time. So I have the opposite problem, Katha.
Oh no. Well, that's a whole nother world right there. Yeah. If he's missing, well, we definitely want to find him.
Yeah.
But
I think he's actually
like
missing
that,
right now.
Right. Texting during those situations is definitely valid. But if your significant other says, hey, I'm going out with my friends and we're going to go do X, Y, and Z, there's no reason to start texting someone, finding out, well, who are you talking to? What did you eat? What are you drinking? What's happening now? No. Allow that significant other to have that time with their friends and family and whoever they may be with. There's no need to control that situation. Hi.
So this is Bob. I think you have a fan here in Bob already. Bob, you wanted to speak with Katha?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask her a couple of questions and kind of give a comment, maybe if I could, because that sounds like the ultimate of an abusive situation. Now, I met a lot of women that pretend to have been abused when actually they were the ones that caused the separation. But let's face it, real abuse does exist. And when I heard your story, it just kind of hit home because one time I had to go over and stop a guy from hitting on his wife and call the police on him. And it was so bad. And I just want to tell you that, yeah, you got a fan right here because, I mean, you overcame that and you left that situation. You got out of there.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And thank you so much for stepping in when you saw that situation happening with a neighbor or friend. That's good that you actually stepped in to do something. There's so many times that we will hear domestic violence is in our neighborhoods right now. It's people at the grocery store that we see. It's, we go to those different parties. We interact with people who are truly in an abusive relationship. And sometimes we'll just turn a deaf ear. We won't say anything. But the fact that you actually took the time to step in and say something and do something probably meant the world to that one person who you helped. So definitely, we appreciate you. I definitely appreciate you coming from the domestic violence world of social workers who try to help those survivors get out. Thank you so much for stepping up and doing something.
Wow, Bob. And Bob, your audio is so good today. You're like a professional.
Yeah, I'm doing on my phone today, and because my RAM on my PC, I'm waiting for my new RAM to get here so I can put it in my PC, and then that won't be a problem no more. But yeah, anytime, I tell you, the biggest problem I see in society is when you run into a neighborhood or really a town or area where the guys are all wanting to be, gangster and badass and all that. That's where you see a lot more abuse of women. And I think in our society, we need to push for the opposite. Don't push hate, push love. You know what I mean? Kind of thing. Don't abuse your women. Treat them with respect. Build your family. Don't tear it down.
Absolutely. That really that's a good point. That really starts with our youth and our teenagers. Like, for example, when it comes to domestic violence, it doesn't just start when people become adults. There's teenagers out there that are in abusive relationships right now and don't even recognize it because they may think it's cute that their boyfriend just shows up at the same party they're at saying, oh, I didn't realize you were going to be here, when in actuality he's been following her all night. Or that when they got into that last argument, he may have shoved her or pushed her when they were arguing. And teenagers may think, oh, this is normal. We were just arguing. It's like, no, this is not acceptable behavior. This is not healthy. And so it takes a village to really get the message out that this is not acceptable, that when it comes to your significant other calling you names, that's called verbal abuse. That's not acceptable. Yelling and screaming during an argument. No, we can have difference of opinion without screaming and yelling at each other. That's what a healthy relationship is. It should not be where we're demeaning each other. That's called verbal abuse. or even if it gets to a point where it's physical abuse, where you're pushing someone or slapping or kicking or threatening each other with weapons, that is physical abuse, or someone's hindering you from getting the security and safety that you need. That's abusive. And even when it comes to emotional abuse, where they're manipulating conversations or they're getting you to think that your family and friends aren't good enough for you or you shouldn't be around that person, that's a form of emotional abuse. And so things of that nature, as well as, lastly but not least, financial abuse, when it comes to someone trying to control all the money within the household. That's a form of financial abuse. We're all adults here, and even if some people budget better than others, there should be a level of mutual respect and agreement when it comes to the finances of the household.
So are you coaching people on this? How can you help people? Because if someone in the audience is being financially abused or emotionally abused, how do they reach out to you? What can they do?
They can definitely reach out to our crisis line. Our crisis line number is 404-873-1766. We have support groups in the community. We also can connect them to resources in their local area. There's an array of resources that are available. And we also have an ally support group. So if you are someone who knows a family or friend who is in need of gaining more information, or if you want to just learn more about what do you do if you have someone in your life who is dealing with domestic violence, we have an ally support group. And that same number you can call, which is 404-873-1766 for that support.
404-803.
404-873-1766.
1766. Okay, so that's if you're in an abusive relationship and you need help, call that number. And will you answer that number?
We have staff that work 24/7. They will pick up the line and answer. And then we also have the National Domestic Violence Hotline. I can give you that number as well. It is 1-800-799-7233. That number again is 1-800-799-7233. Domestic violence agencies are strategically placed all throughout in every state, every county. And if you contact that phone number, they will connect you to that local entity. If you want to join our local support group that we have, you're welcome to, no matter where you live or where you stay.
Wow. Thank you so much, Katha. I know you're helping a lot of people right now, and I just really appreciate you. So everybody, where can we follow you? Are you on Twitter or Instagram or anything like that?
I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Twitter as well. Katha Blackwell, LinkedIn, Twitter. I'm on Facebook. And also my book is on Facebook, Not Another Victim. That's on Facebook as well if you want to follow.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Katha. I really appreciate you being here. Everybody follow Katha. She's amazing. I know that Eric has, he wants to state something, right, Eric? Eric?
Hello? Oh,
hi. Eric, you sound horrible. Where are you?
Can you hear me? Is it breaking up?
No. It's bad. It's very bad. Go inside. Can you go inside, Eric? Oh my gosh. Okay. While Eric's fixing his audio, everybody just hold on. My dad's next, but first we have Wappy and Sigmond here, and they're a band forming together.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Old man, look at my life. I'm a lot like you were. Old man, look at my life. I'm a lot like you were. Old man, look at my life. 24 and there's so much more. Live alone in a paradise. Makes me think it too. Love lost such a cost. Give me things that don't get lost, like a coin that won't get tossed, rolling home to you. Oh man, take a look at my life. I'm a lot like you. I need someone to love me the whole day through. Oh, one look in my eyes and you can tell that's true. your eyes. Run around the same old town. Doesn't mean that much to me. Doesn't mean that much to you. I've been first and last. Look at how the time goes past. But I'm all alone at last, rolling home to you. Oh man, take a look at my life. I'm a lot like you. I need someone to love me the whole day through. Oh, look in my eyes and you can tell that's true. Thank you.
That's it.
Absolutely wonderful. You guys are a great band together.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Wow, Sigmond, you must be thrilled to hook up with Wappy. Thrilled.
Yeah.
You guys
it's really
were-
great. Music's a real gift. It's good to, I've known Sigmond for years, and, it's great to do music with him. It's fun.
Yeah, he's quite the guy. Sigmond, you okay back there?
Yeah, I'm trying to be talkative like usual. I'm so well trained here now. I might not. What did I say? It's Sigmond the know-it-all. Speaks nothing or something like that. Okay. Yeah, it's been, like I said last time, we've been together for 6 months doing this. Once a month I come up here to a studio, and it's just really blooming and blossoming right now because we've been practicing and writing all this new material. In fact, this spaceship thing we just did last night.
Yes, we did a skit.
But this is different because on my closing day, like I have to get going in a few hours. But in the meantime, the last thing we do, instead of being just the day I leave, it's a day we're on national television. I mean, that kind of changes the dynamic. This is a really big day for us.
That's true. It's a great day, beautiful day. We had a great night, did a lot of production work, released another, you can check it out on our SoundCloud, skit and a single. We did Ascension Chant 2, Love Like Water.
Yeah.
You can, SoundCloud.com, Wappy and Sigmond. And we got some other stuff on the way.
High production.
Yeah, it is.
Like
we spent a lot.
Blues and Electric Light Orchestra. When you think about the complexity of da 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 da. So this guy's got 3 of our voices. He's got the tambourine we just bought.
That's right.
And also he goes and says, "Okay, now I'm going to add in some trumpet." And he's layering on like Prince. He's the new Prince. He's layering on all these things. Can we play it on the show? Can you?
If we could link it in the chat, and if she wants to play it later or not even now, yeah, okay. I could do it.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna just put you guys on hold for a second. I'm getting a call. Kermit and Friends.
Hey, Lisa, it's Gonzo.
Hey, Gonzo.
I had a question for Wappy and Sigmond. I'm kind of stating the obvious here, but it's clear that Wappy is the talent, and Sigmond is just Sigmond didn't do anything in that song, and last time he didn't sing at all. I just want to know what Sigmond's role is in this duet.
Wait, I want to hear what Gonzo's saying. So, wait, what are you saying, Gonzo?
No, I'm saying it's quite obvious that Wappy is the star, and Sigmond isn't really holding his, he's not holding up his end of the bargain. He's just sitting there, and he's not. And then like last week, he didn't even perform, and Wappy blew us out of the water with that Sublime cover. Today, he did another. He did an amazing cover again, and then I just want to know what Sigmond's role in all this is.
Okay, all right, that's a fair question.
Well, to understand Sigmond's role, you gotta he's more. Well, you gotta listen to our earlier work. We do a lot of spoken word stuff that goes over the music, and Sigmond is a writer. He has books. He sells books. He's got his mental cookbook. You can check that out, and it's available online. Sigmond Twain's Mental Cookbook.
But that's not really part of the band, that cookbook.
No, but he's getting more into the singing and stuff. But if you listen to some of the skits we do acting and stuff too. So but he is a part of the music. He's just he's a different kind of element. It's more of a spoken word element.
I'm getting a call. Yes, Kermit and Friends, how can I help you?
Would it be possible for Wappy to sing some of Sigmond's recipes from the cookbook?
That's a good question. Yeah, I was wondering thank you, Gonzo. I was wondering, what the cookbook had to do with the band, but that's a side project. So, Sigmond, are you pulling your weight in this band? What do you think?
Yeah, you're not noticing me that much because he wanted to keep me farther from the microphone because I sing so loud to balance everything out.
Yeah.
And basically, I blend in with him. You couldn't tell, but I was singing. He told me don't sing too loud because he didn't want to drown him out.
The plan was,
Yeah.
and what we did was
I
just for him
blended
to
in with
sing.
You didn't even notice me, right?
That's right. He was supposed to blend in on the chorus. That was his job today.
And I did it.
And we put that together last night.
Yeah.
So we picked a song last night. We said we practice it several times, right? Maybe 20 times even.
Yeah.
You know, and
Let's do it again.
And no, we can't.
Well,
do this
did you tell him to dress like that so he kind of blend in with the rug in the background?
Yeah. No, he did that naturally. He's camouflage Wayne.
Different costumes. I might as well start donning them now.
All right, change so we can notice you in the next song. Okay, just change real quick, Sigmond. Okay, so let's bring. Let's see. Oh, Tall Dark says something. Okay, Tall Dark, you want to say something to Bob for Father's Day? Why do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, T-Boob. Were you ordered to pay for your twin brother's child support?
Whoa! Where did that come from? What the fuck is that?
And are you collaborating with some other social media site to bring down KAF?
No, I'm not doing that.
What's he talking about, Bob?
I don't know what he's talking about, but I got an idea. You got Corey over there, right? And I'm trying to get Corey over there with the Trumps Bob Butthole Challenge, but he's too scared to do it because his butthole flowed the fuck out. And the reality is, I'm not collaborating with anybody against anything having to do with KAF. That is I don't even know where that comes from. Now, as far as me having a twin brother who took responsibility for my child, what happened with that, since you really want to know, that did happen. I do have a twin brother. I was switched at birth. We're identical twins. I did get a woman pregnant in Arkansas, and when she come looking for me, she found him. And her family took him to court. And I didn't know any of this was going on. I didn't even know she had a baby. And next thing I know, the court ordered him as the father because he's like, I think it was 96% he could be the father. I would have been 100%.
No, it's 99.9. I know because I did it to my ex-wife.
Frank, I'm trying to talk on the show. Dude, I got to leave and go somewhere else. My buddy here.
All right.
Anyway, so the thing is, what happened was them two ended up getting married before I ever found out anything. So, yeah, I've seen him, and I'm still in contact with him, and there's no problem there.
I just want to ask Tall Dark and a handful, where are you getting your information from that T-Bob's trying to take down the show?
I've been watching his old videos with about Dinesh D'Souza and other people, and I just heard, just some things that I've heard.
Okay. Well, that sounds good. Okay, so keep up on Bob. Just watch him, so that way we know what he's up to, because it's very windy, Bob. It sounds like he's up to no good right now. All right, so let's go back to my dad, Craig. Okay, so Dad, what did you think of Wappy and Sigmond? Any thoughts?
It's always great to follow Neil Young.
But what did you think about what Gonzo said about Sigmond? In a band, it's hard to all be equal members, right? It's hard for everybody to have an equal part in it, especially, if there's multiple people.
The answer is some of us are Simons, others are Garfunkels. That's the way it works.
Okay, all right. Okay, so you ready for your next song, Dad?
I didn't have to be so afraid of the questions, at least. I was
Do you want another question?
I could take a question.
All right, let's bring on John Bolton, another dad. John Bolton, you're on with my dad.
Hey, I want to say Happy Father's Day to you, Pops.
Right back at you. Pops.
And you can tell she's your daughter. She looks just like you. Yeah, I see the resemblance. Great picking earlier. I really enjoyed that. And of course, I got my star with me celebrating Father's Day as my grandson.
Yeah.
So this is Team Austin. You've seen him, EJ.
Of course, hey Austin.
It's my boy. He's always watching the show, always giving positive thumbs up. But I just want to say Happy Father's Day to another father out there, and to everybody else out there that are fathers.
Right back at you.
And I'm going to listen to you singing. I got one queued up. Whenever you do that, I sent you to check your phone messages.
Oh boy. Okay, so you'll be next. Okay, so John Bolton will be next, but first my dad. Everybody wants to sing today. Isn't that cool? All right, so we have John Bolton next, and then I want to talk to Sharmin and Coach Love, and I wanted you to meet Andy today. In fact, I know, it'd be perfect. Okay, so let me try to get him. What are you playing next, Dad?
Another old song.
All right, perfect.
All right. Long distance information getting to Memphis, Tennessee. Every fine party trying to get in touch with me. She could not leave her number, but I know the place to call. Cause my uncle took the message and he wrote it on. Every information, get in touch with my Marie. She's the only one who phoned me here from Memphis, Tennessee. Her home is on the south side, high upon the ridge, just a half a mile from the Mississippi. Every information, more than that I cannot name. Only that I miss her, and all the fun we had. We was pulled apart, cause my mama did not agree. Tore apart our happy home in Memphis, Tennessee. Last time I saw her, she was waving me goodbye. With her long drops on her cheek, a trickle from her eye. Marie is only 6 years old. Information try to put me through Marie and Kristen. Yeah. Okay. This is a good show today. Thanks, Dad. Thanks so much You're
for
welcome. Thanks for having me, Elisa.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy that you are here, and you sound great. Everybody's saying nice things about you. I want you to look at that because you're getting a lot of compliments.
Nice things about me?
Yep, a lot of nice things. People are asking, about your guitar playing, and they're saying you're incredible, and they're saying you're just such a great musician. And you could see
making this up.
No, you could see where Elisa gets her festive attitude from. Great performance, Craig. Loved it. See? You should be on the internet. Even my friend Elaine just said she loves you. See? Oh, and someone else said Craig isn't gay. So, you're getting a lot of comments.
I'm definitely not, or Elisa wouldn't be my daughter.
Yeah. And then somebody said, thanks for being our dad, Craig. That's from Elko. I mean, you will. Sugar loved it. Everybody loved it. Everybody's a fan of you. So, I'm gonna have some nice people talk to you actually, because I just want you to enjoy this. It would be good if you joined the community.
I'm an isolationist.
Oh, you are? Yeah, you don't like communities? Yeah, I guess not. Not everybody does. I do, but
I'm here in my basement, and that's
Yeah. I guess it's not for everybody. I try to get everybody involved, but are you enjoying the show so far? What is your opinion of it so far today?
I think it's a better show than you could see on TV.
All right. Now we're talking.
But,
I am really disappointed. I wanted you to meet Andy so bad. And I knew he was not, you just can't rely on him. But that's okay.
When I'm out to visit.
Yeah. We could just show up because I know his code to get in. So even if he's sleeping, we can get in there.
I don't want to see him snoring.
What?
I don't want to see him snoring.
No, that's how you got to catch him. That's the best way to catch him.
Snoring?
Yeah. Yeah, that's how people end up meeting up with him, because all these people have his code. Everyone has his code, and then he doesn't have a door. So
what's his PIN number?
Everyone has it. It's like world knowledge at this point. So people just go in there and they he doesn't have a door, so they can just walk right in.
No door?
Yeah, no door. I'm gonna try one more thing with him because he has several roommates. And because I really was looking forward to introducing you. So I'm going to try that. I don't have any hope. There's no hope really, but I'm going to try. But anyway, is there anything you want to say to the other dads out there, Dad? Like anything, happy Father's Day or a nice little message?
I wish you as joyful as a child as I have with Elisa.
Oh, that was really nice. All right. Thank you so much, Dad. I'm going to try to get Andy. I have no hope, and my expectations are low, but everybody just enjoy this video. I will.
What up, Andy? What up, Andy? Smile. What's going on, Andy? What's going on?
Andy Shia LaBeouf.
Excuse me. Andy Shia LaBeouf.
Hey, Andy.
What up, Andy?
Kanye West knocked these shits.
Dude, you and Kanye West can get knocked out the fuck away, bitch.
Where's the fucking car? What kind of car is it? What kind of car? We got an Uber Black car.
You and Kanye fucked them both, bitch.
we got like a golf car. A Toyota Prius. Come in here.
So what's up, Andy? What's going on?
We have a car. We do have a car.
So when is going to be the wedding?
I hope soon. We're working on it.
Are you getting married? You're not going to talk about this?
Wet feet.
What?
Cold feet?
Cold.
Wet
Well,
feet.
they're actually
Yeah.
Matt. I love her, but tonight.
Tonight what?
Is where did he get this necklace? You. Yes. Mickey Gooch. Producer, director.
Okay.
I'm in his project. Guys, when's the wedding?
September is our wedding.
Oh, really?
It's wherever you want, baby.
Who's driving? Who's driving? Who's driving?
We're on the phone, actually.
Who's driving tonight?
Who's driving? None of us.
None? Okay.
We're walking.
We're walking.
Okay.
We're walking with you.
Thank you.
No, we're not.
Thank you.
Walking.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Good seeing you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
You guys are nice.
All right, over the shoulder right here.
Yeah, we should
Over
walk. There's Jared. Jared could drive. Jared's not driving.
Is that Shia LaBeouf? Is that Shia LaBeouf? Look.
I'm his cousin, actually.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
All right, so I have a replacement for Andy right now for you to meet. His name is Eric. Eric, you're muted, Eric.
Did you say a replacement?
Yeah, replacement. Eric, unmute. Oh my God. My replacement stinks. Okay, so I'm getting texts. Your dad is awesome. Your dad is amazing. Everybody's saying nice things about you.
Don't
I'm
tell
gonna
me
get
about any of the bad ones.
there's actually nothing bad. It's weird. Usually there's a lot of bad things about people, but for you, there's not. Everybody likes you. Let's just talk to my girlfriends here. You guys, Andy was supposed to be my dad today, and he totally flaked and is sleeping right now because he said he was going to take a nap 20 minutes ago. I had no faith. He said, "Oh, I'll be up in 20 minutes."
Oh my God, maybe he's scared to meet Dad.
He's definitely scared to meet Dad.
You think so? You think that's what it is?
Well, maybe just a little bit.
Yeah, he's probably intimidated.
Yeah, I mean, Dad, that's real.
Yeah, that makes it real. He doesn't want to make it real, I think. I think he's scared. He said he's scared, actually. So maybe I should
he's getting wet feet, right? A little bit of cold feet, maybe. Just a little nervous. September's coming. We know June didn't happen. Valentine's Day didn't happen. September's just like looming ahead of him now.
Yeah.
It's crazy. What do you think your dad would want to ask him?
I mean, I think people just want the. Wait, hold on. Somebody is echoing. I think it's Coach Love. Coach Love, you're echoing for some reason. I think my dad just would want to see that he's like somewhat normal, like just a little normal, just in any way.
Just a little.
Yeah. Just show
baby
that you.
girl.
Yeah, just be a little bit of a person, just for like 5 minutes. Like that's all I want from Andy. I mean, just the bare minimum. You know, I mean
Right,
that's
and
really,
your dad just wants him to treat you well, right?
Yes.
Like the princess that you surely are. Clearly, you and your dad have a wonderful relationship, and he just wants to know that you're going to be properly taken care of, like a lady.
Yeah.
You think Andy can do that?
I don't know, Sharmin, because actually, you know, when I went to Hud Isaacson's performance the other day, I didn't even invite Andy. I really didn't. I didn't invite him because I thought there was like 0% chance that he would show up because it was really far. And he did. So sometimes he really impresses me and surprises me by the things that he does, but then he's so disappointing sometimes. So I think I should just have 0 expectations for him, like literally none.
Well, because then you can't be disappointed. When he comes through with anything, it'll be a miracle and you'll be over the moon about it. If you have no expectations, he can't disappoint you. And being disappointed is hard, especially with your partner and your parents on Father's Day.
Yeah. Because I knew, I thought, you know, if he just met my dad, it would be great. But I really was trying not to put too much pressure on Andy because that's what he doesn't like about me. He says I'm controlling. I put pressure on him. I try to kidnap him. And he really hates that.
Well, I really still am hoping the van is going to work out. I think the van is still important key for Andy.
Yeah. I told him
no.
he could park his van in my garage and then he could just live there. And that's perfect because then I could see him anytime and I could just go back to my apartment. He doesn't want to live with me, but I know he wants to live in a van outside. And that would actually be best case scenario.
Well, because he does need a place to park the van. Vans don't just live down by the river forever as fun. That's just not the way it works. You actually have to. Does he have a license? Can he get insured if he owns a van? Is he allowed to drive it?
Huh. Great question.
Yeah.
Not sure the answer to that.
Your dad's going to want to know that for sure. Your dad's going to want to know that. I would like to know what your dad's favorite story is about you from when you were a child. Which one sticks out over and above all of the fun stories surely your dad has about you as a child? Which one is like the ultimate Elisa story?
Dad?
I have the answer.
All right.
Which one is it?
Well, let's see how old she could have been, 13 or 14 years old, right? And she was a star of her play. She was the head Kim McAfee in Bye Bye Birdie. And she said, "Dad, come watch me practice." And I had no idea how great she was on stage at that time. So I go over there, and I'm sitting down, and the lead man was absent. So she took the man's part. She knew all the lines and the songs and everything to the man's part. And the other understudy took her part. So that was
oh, what a great story. Good job, Dad.
Yeah, that was nice.
To the other part, which was
That's
amazing.
so nice, Dad. Thanks. I wish Andy was here to listen to that story. Eric, you're on with my dad. This is your big moment.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, you sound a lot better.
You look like you're looking
Okay,
down.
wonderful. Craig, I have thank you, Craig. I have good news for you and I have bad news. Which one do you want first?
Oh no.
It's funny because I have good and bad news for you as well.
Great.
Isn't that
Good to
funny?
hear.
It's a coincidence.
Oh
It's
no.
a total coincidence.
You go first.
Ah.
You go first.
Okay. The good news is that I had a great dinner with my Rabbi Shanowitz, who teaches all of the Chabad rabbis at the Chabad school.
Was it kosher?
The good news is
Was
that
it kosher?
kosher, very kosher. And then I walked into the Chabad Center in Los Angeles, and I got to talk to all of my friends, which I know very well, and hear from Rabbi Raichi, who is their top rabbi in the world in LA. And so that went very well. You want to know the bad news?
I thought that was the bad news.
I think so. And I would say the bad news is I still haven't met a good Jewish girl, but I met your daughter. I think the bad news is that my inclination is that if Andy is involved with the show, they will never fund the show, no matter what.
Fund the show?
Yeah. So if you're like, hey, at some point they'll show up and say, hey, you know what? We really love Elisa. We really love Craig. She's Lithuanian. We want to fund her and have her play sold out shows. I think the bad news is that they would never fund a monster ever. And so I think that's the bad news.
Okay.
And we both know why that is. You know, because if you give a monster $10 and he does something monstrous with it, imagine giving him 10 million or 10 billion. You know, so I think that's the bad news, because your daughter seems to be tied around the monster. And do you want her to play like sold out concerts, Craig?
She's already played the sold out concerts already.
So that's already in the past. So what does she want these days?
That's her decision, right? That's my daughter's decision, what she wants.
Right. That's the thing about it, being able to.
I'm just thinking it's not you, but I'm not sure. But I'm
yeah,
thinking that way.
Well, I can tell you point blank, you know, if you want to show up. Yeah, the bad news is if you show up point blank and you talk to Simon, who's also on the phone with my same rabbi, and said, hey, Simon.
He doesn't know who Simon is. Excuse me, wait, Eric. He does not know who Simon is.
Okay. So Simon's a billionaire who's with Michael Bloomberg and studies with Mark Cuban. So if you went to him and said, hey, this show that Elisa's doing, I love the show. Do you want to fund this? He would probably do one thing, and he would say, yeah, but the problem is I don't fund monsters. And if I do that, they'll think the Jews actually believe in these things. And I can't do that.
Well, I'll tell you the good news.
What's the good news, Craig?
The good news is I think the show is great. And
I think so too.
People don't care about funding monsters. They only care about funding winners and money makers. That's the way capitalism works. So that's good news for Elisa.
It's really good news
for you. You still haven't found a nice Jewish girl. I think you're going to have to go for Eskimos or something even further away.
Yeah, the idea.
Actually, Dad, Eric is a really nice guy. He is. He's so
Are you in
he's
gold?
so
Are you in gold? Is that it? You're in gold.
Tell my dad about your gold sales.
My gold sales?
Yeah, how great you are on the phone.
Oh God, I'm in insurance sales these days.
Now he's selling insurance.
Which is kind of like gold sales. But because gold is like an insurance policy on an IRA. They back it with gold and insure it up to $1 billion in case the market crashes. But so yeah, I have a good career in insurance right now, and I'm actually on my way to visit my family right now. I'm going to go see my grandma Barbara, and I got flowers for your daughter, and the flowers are right here, just in case.
Let me see those flowers. Let me see the flowers.
Look at these flowers. They're potted roses, and they're the same flowers I got from my rabbi's wife. Her name is Eva. And do you like those flowers, Craig?
It looks a little meager to me, but I'm not sure. I looked at it. It looked a little thin.
Yeah, they're kind of thin. There's not a whole lot of substance to them. But I thought it was a thought to count. My landlord, her name is Anita. I was talking to her, and she said giving someone flowers for dinner is always a good thing. And then she told me kind of quietly, like, by the way, Larry, my other landlord, Larry, he works for the ecology department for the government. So he examines like dams and bridges and amusement parks to make sure that they don't break down for the government. But yeah, she said, but my husband, he doesn't really get me flowers very often. She said, oh gosh, I got to get this one for flowers.
Yeah, but more than $3.99 would be good. But anyway.
See, are you Jewish, Craig?
Am I Jewish? Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's what I'm saying.
Eric's Jewish too.
Before you try to marry a Jewish girl, at least get yourself circumcised.
Oh no! Wait.
Huh?
All right, everybody.
I'm circumcised, and your daughter knows that very well.
No, I don't. No, I don't, Eric. I really don't.
I can tell she doesn't. I can tell she doesn't.
No, we know she does. We know
Eric.
They shouldn't have cut the whole thing off then.
Oh my God. This is too much. Okay. Let's see. I don't even know who to go to after that. Okay. So this is Eric. I used to work with him. He's a nice guy.
Is he the guy with the head cutting off the head? Guy?
Yeah. He's the one that wanted to cut off my head.
A
Yeah.
nice guy, really.
Well, I don't think he meant it when he said that he wanted to cut off my head. Oh, I know what we could do. We could go to a song. Let's just do that.
All the flops.
Let's go. Let's go to a nice song. Just take a little break. Everybody relax.
My
No cutting off my
place is not a home. It don't make no difference, but I have found that I need a place to stay. I never listen what my landlord man says. You should have seen all the flops in my house. We were jumping on walls and kicking ceilings. Nowadays, people listen to me when I say, get out. Hold me, but don't let go. It don't make no difference how she don't know. And I need a place to stay. I never listen what my landlord man says. You should have seen all the flops in my house. We were jumping on walls and kicking ceilings. Nowadays, people listen to me when I say, get out. All right. And that was a Get Out by Sublime. It was a rendition there.
You guys are making a lot of fans today. A lot of people
Thank you.
are really, really impressed with this band. It's really great. And everyone is asking the same question. Sigmond,
Yes.
what's going on with you?
Well, do you want me to be your lawyer for this?
Hold
one?
on. We're getting a call. Hold on.
Okay.
Kermit and Friends, how can I help you?
Yeah, this is Gonzo again. Well, I just want to know what Sigmund's role is again. I'm even more confused.
Play the rest of our albums.
He did less.
7 albums. I'm equally part of all 7 albums. I'm not doing anything in this song right here.
But Sigmund,
This is a showcase for Wappy today and last week.
But Sigmund, you changed your shirt. Are you a model? Maybe you're a model in the band.
She liked it? Well, yes, of course. I'm a male model.
Are you a male model? Okay. So that makes it more clear because I thought this was like a band, but it's not a band at all. It's Wappy featuring the model Sigmund.
Yeah, Wappy
right?
and Nelly.
Well, we have our musical project, and you have to check it out. It's like have you ever heard of like Jim Morrison's American Prayer? It's like you have to check it out. It's like an album that the Doors put together after Jim Morrison died. He recorded a lot of a cappella of him reading poetry. Mm-hmm. So we do something similar. Like that was really inspiring for the project we have. And lately we've been doing more musical stuff where we sing harmonies. And our latest.
Where are those harmonies? I didn't hear.
Yeah, it's soundcloud.com Wappy and Sigmond.
The Love Like Water.
/. Love Like Water. He sent me the link to it.
Okay, I'm gonna post that. Hold on, Kermit and Friends.
I think I figured out why that lady left Sigmund. It's because he's not pulling his weight in the band. She probably just didn't want to tell him that. So I think we figured out the mystery. So Sigmund devotes more time to this band.
Obviously, you're doing all the.
Don't give up. Don't give up on her.
All right. Yeah, I feel bad for Sigmund. I think he thinks he was pulling his weight in the band.
You're misunderstanding everything. In this performance today, it's mostly about him. I harmonized on the chorus with the Neil Young song. But we've already recorded 5 albums, and I'm an equal part. He does the composition of the music and then composes and sings the choruses, and then I write most of the lyrics for the verses.
But did Wappy tell you? I think I heard earlier that Wappy actually told you to sit far away from the mic. Is that true?
I sing too loud.
Well, because he has a tendency to like want to sing a little louder than he should for certain parts. So I'm training him. I'm like his music teacher and stuff as well.
But Wappy, we couldn't hear him at all.
No, you could.
Oh, interesting. Well, I guess you were blending in good. Yeah.
Why don't we do the chorus just for?
Well, we were singing in unison, so I guess he was singing.
Yeah.
He was far enough away. And
should I just do this a cappella? I always go.
No.
What if it comes out good then?
We have some really cool skits.
I can't do it.
We have some really cool skits and stuff.
Yeah, the alien abduction.
We just did an alien abduction skit. It's really funny. There's some humor in there. It's a bit cartoonish, you know.
Let's do it on.
But that was the.
I wonder what Byron thinks of this. Byron, did you hear?
Cool.
Did you hear this band? Did you hear this band singing? And Sigmond was apparently part of the band, but you couldn't hear him. And then Wappy, the leader of the band, told Sigmond to sit really far away from the microphone, and we couldn't hear him at all. What do you think of that, Byron?
I think it's a case where he doesn't want him to be heard.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just do the chorus now, and let me sing loud.
Yeah.
I saw him reading from his phone while Wappy was singing.
Let's do the chorus.
So it's either two things. It's either Wappy is like carrying all the weight of the band. It's either that, and maybe Sigmond doesn't want to sing, or maybe Sigmond does want to sing, but they're making him sit so far nobody can hear him. Kermit and Friends, how can I help you?
Hey. So I got to hear a dad joke on Father's Day.
Okay. All right. I'm going to bring my dad up. He has lots of dad jokes. I don't know if he wants to tell any, but I'll ask him. Thanks, Erica. Thank you.
There we go.
You're so sweet. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Erica's so nice. Dad.
You want
Ready?
me to tell a joke?
Well, I mean, that's just what this is Erica here. She was asking for it. It wasn't me. It wasn't me, innocent here.
A Father's Day joke or
No, it could be you could do your tuna fish joke.
Yeah, we've got to have a dad joke on Father's Day. You can't not have a dad joke.
Coach Love, what do they call a fish with two knees?
I don't know what.
Toonie fish.
Perfect. Perfect.
That is it. Yes, I'm cheering for you. That's awesome.
What kind of tea is hard to swallow?
What?
Reality.
Isn't that the truth?
I like it. I like it.
I like it.
Okay, here's my best dad joke. This is my best one. I'm going to give it to you. Why did the little girl get mad at the baker?
Why?
Because he beat the eggs and whipped the cream.
I love dad jokes. This is a great celebration. This is so much fun. Thank you, Erica. Let's see. I think, I'm getting another call. I think I know what this is going to be about. Kermit and Friends.
I have a dad joke.
Uh-oh. It's Gonzo. What?
Who's most likely to have a dead woman buried in their backyard?
Who?
Sigmond.
Oh, God. Not Eric? Okay.
I think it's Eric.
I know. I think that joke was that was a mistake.
Projection. That was projection.
No, that was Gonzo. That's a different weirdo.
Oh, is that the other guy?
No, it's not the other guy. Oh, we have another dad that's going to sing for us. Okay, so this is going to be a nice show. All right, this is a sweet show. Don't you love everybody here, Dad?
So far.
So far, so good, right? It's almost ending. Actually, it's going to end because I am going to lunch, not with Andy, but with a couple friends.
What
so
are
it's
you
going to
eating?
Well, actually, you would love the place. It's called Nate and Al's. It's like a deli. It's like a Jewish deli. And I'm going with my 91-year-old friend that I met at the dog park, and she always invites me out to eat. And so we go and we just sit out there and talk, and it's really nice. And I want to thank Fozzie for the donation. We got a donation during our live stream today. I want to appreciate that, and everybody for contributing today, except for Andy. No thanks to Andy.
Fozzie, your dog, contributed?
Well, people, you could pose as a dog, or you could pose as whoever you want, so they know, I got my little Fozzie here, so they contributed. And I guess this is just a nice show. And Andy, you will meet eventually, I hope.
It's okay.
He's fun. Yeah.
I have trust in you.
Yeah. He is a nice guy. He's just not like the most dependable guy. That's his worst quality by far. So, but you met the rest of my friends. These are my friends here, and they're all great people. As you can see, they seem like great people, right?
Correct.
Yeah, they do. And Lori, are you doing the wrap-up show today?
I was planning on it.
Okay, great, Lori. Okay, so perfect. Actually, you're the perfect person to do it today. and every time, obviously. But because you and your dad are close. Is that true? Is that still true? No.
There's
like
there's
iffy?
some muddy waters, but
Muddy waters? What's going on, John?
it's
have our
always
up-
been like that.
We have our ups and downs, but I think we're pretty close. I'm as close as what.
Well, is it up enough for you to be on the wrap-up show with Lori?
Oh yeah. I'm still part of that. I tried
Okay,
to do.
good.
I tried to do one last week when she didn't do it. And I did a little bit of one. So we ain't giving up on you. We're still here.
Okay, all right. Yeah, don't give up. I mean, you still enjoy it, right?
Right.
Okay, good. Yeah, you guys, so was there a fight? What happened with you guys?
It's just drama over the years. That's all.
Life goes up and down. We have our good days and our bad. More good days than bad, I think. We're getting better. We're getting better. There's healing. There's healing.
All right. Well, you're both great people. John, do you have a song for us?
Yeah, I was going to do a title, Harry Chapin, Cats in the Cradle. That's a good
Okay,
one.
hold on. Your number one fan is calling. Kermit and Friends, how can I help you?
Hey, what's up, Elisa? It's Gonzo.
Hey, Gonzo.
I'm very, very concerned about the way that Lori's treating Johnny B on his day of all days. It's Father's Day, Lori.
Oh, yeah, that's
And just
true.
put your differences aside for one day and let JB have his day.
Oh, yeah, that's a
What I
good
mean
point.
is These millennials.
These millennials, yeah.
Disrespectful.
That's true. Lori, are you acting like a millennial on Father's Day?
I don't know.
And I got some special eats down there that I picked up for Father's Day eats. So,
All right, it's going to be okay. It's going to be a great day. You're going to be celebrating. John, okay, so you're going to sing your song, and Lori, she's going to, I don't know what's going on with her, but you'll be okay, right, Lori?
we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
you'll be okay.
better than what we were at one time. We're getting better all the time.
Getting better all the time. All right, go ahead, John.
All right. A child arrived just the other day. Came in the world in the usual way, but there were planes to catch and bills to pay. He learned to walk while I was away. He was talking before I knew it. As he grew, he said, I'm gonna be like you. Yeah, I'm gonna be like you. And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. A little boy blue and a man in the moon. Oh, when you're coming home, Dad, I don't know when. We'll get together then. Yeah, we'll have a good time then. My son turned in just the other day. Said, thanks for the ball, come on, let's play. Teach me to throw. Said, do none today. I do. Said, that's okay. Walked away, but as he smiled, I'm gonna be like him. Yeah, I'm gonna be like him. And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. A little boy blue and the man in the moon. When you're coming home, Dad, I don't know when. We'll get together then. Yeah, we'll have a good time then.
Dad. Look who's here.
Well, he came from college just the other day. So much like a man, I just had to say that I'm proud of you. Could you sit for a while? He shook his head and he said with a smile, what I really like, Dad,
Andy, turn your camera.
the car key. See you later. Can I have that free? Andy, the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. A little boy blue and the man in the moon. When you're coming home, son, I don't know when. We'll get together then. Yeah, we'll have a good time then. Hey, Man Cave friends, hello out there. You could tune in later today.
Andy, this is my dad.
Hey, Andy.
I'm looking at like a black strip.
What?
You wanted me to turn it. Now all I see is like a black strip.
Oh, really? Okay, you could turn it the other way again.
So, is this what you raised?
Andy, be nice.
You be nice.
I'm proud of what I raised. She's
Good.
fantastic.
Happy
right?
Father's Day.
Thank you very much.
Dad. Hey, Dad. Can I borrow the car keys?
There's no keys anymore. The cars don't have keys.
See you later. Can I have them, please?
Andy just woke up, so he's like a little weird right now, but he's so nice.
You mean later on he won't be weird?
Yeah, he'll be, yeah.
Doesn't matter when I wake up. I'm always weird.
Yeah.
You know why? Because the cat's in the cradle and the sills. And the boy blue and the man on the moon. When you're coming home, son, I don't know where, but we'll get together then, Dad. And that song actually hit me hard when I first really listened to it years ago. I did just wake up and look for my glasses.
Because the father has no time for the son, and then the son has no time for the father.
Exactly, and that's is how it really goes.
No,
I don't
it
know.
doesn't have to go like that.
It doesn't have to go like that. It's just how it does go. Like,
I met Harry Chapin.
You did?
Before he went on a show, I was a kid and I was standing behind stage. And he was standing right next to me, and I said hello, and he was all in a bad mood. And then when he went out on stage, he was smiling and laughing.
it's called being an entertainer.
I guess.
Okay, we're getting comments in about this interaction. Coach Love, what's your comment?
I'm so scared. I'm so scared.
You are. You are?
Yes, I'm so scared because I'm like, oh my God, this is your dad.
I know it's a risk. You know, in life there's a lot of risks, Erica, and this is definitely one of them.
There's no risk. I can meet Andy. It's no problem. I like Andy.
Thank you. I like you too. I really like you. No, and honestly, you did something. I'm gonna cry, but you did something very right with your girl. Like, she's so great.
She was born with a lot of talent, and that's.
See how your dad is. Like, he can't stop being great.
But he's got those sunglasses on.
Well,
Give me
I
my
think they're
sunglasses.
yours, baby.
Quick.
All right, we're getting a caller. Kermit and Friends.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask your dad who he thinks has made a better impression so far, Eric Ricks or Andy.
Okay, I'll ask him. All right, Dad.
I'll go for the one that didn't threaten to chop off her head.
Yeah, that's Andy.
You know, that makes a little more sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but I like when you cry talking about me, Andy. Can you do that again?
When I what?
When you cry, when you start crying, when you talk about me, that's good.
You want me to pretend to cry?
No, really cry.
Don't pretend. You must cry.
Yeah. Push a button and push the cry button. What are you talking about?
You were just crying 30 seconds ago.
So? It's
All
not
right.
pretending to cry, girl. You know, this is where she's a little off kilter.
All right, one second, Andy. I'm getting a call. Kermit and Friends.
Elisa, this is Eric.
Hey, Eric.
And the question is...
Hold on, you're on, Eric. What's the question?
The question is, Andy, have you ever been in a circle of movie stars where they've kidnapped an innocent child and killed that child?
Happy Father's Day!
I've worked at Mayhew Island with the richest kids in the world, and I get the sense that that's you.
What?
So please, can you tell us here while we're here, have you ever killed an innocent child, Andy? And are you ever planning on doing that again in the future with Elisa's money?
Is this the guy that you wanted to chop his head off? Because I'm all for that.
No, he wanted to chop my head off. Wait, Eric, where'd you go?
Yeah,
I don't see you.
No. So
Yeah, so the thing about it is I might write that, but I've never actually gotten together in a circle. I've been in a circle with people with their own planes where we say we don't accept blood money. I've been in the Chabad school where they are the most dangerous and sickest people in the world yesterday. But I've never been in a circle in Hollywood where a bunch of non-Jews are doing the opposite of Torah, which is what we've been talking about Chabad, which has been the problem, which is why the world was shut down, where they're kidnapping children and murdering them. So my question to you is, Andy, if that's you, what are you going to do to fix your attitude?
Hang on a minute. Boy, hey. Hang on.
Good question. Okay, bye.
Hang on.
Yeah. Hang on.
Hang on. That guy's like, he's out of his mind.
I think gold maybe does something to your brain. Maybe that's it.
Oh, does he work in gold?
Yeah, he does. He did.
I think it's corrosive to the brain.
Yeah. He should work and he should honor, dig up iron ore. He should just look for retardation because that's what he's mining. He's mining pure retardation.
I don't think that's true. Hold on one second. Kermit and friends.
Well, what are you talking about?
Kermit.
This is one of the kids that Andy kidnapped.
What?
No kids can call on the show. No kids.
Andy kidnapped me. Eric's right.
Oh my God. No kids call in here. Yes, Eric. You're muted, Eric.
Well, then why are you talking to him?
I don't know. He's still there. But anyway, I'm so happy that you met my dad, Andy. I was really...
Apparently, when are you coming into town, sir?
I'll be there tomorrow.
Oh, for real, though?
No.
Oh.
I'll be there soon.
Yeah, because I want to meet you, like, for real. I really can't find my glasses. This is driving me insane.
I'm looking.
Somebody else is coming. Kermit and friends, how can I help you?
Hey, listen, this is a musician, Randall. Is your dad still around?
Yeah, he's right here.
I wanted to ask him if he's familiar with drop E tuning.
Drop E tuning. Okay, I'm going to ask him right now. It's Randall. Thanks, Randall. Thanks for your call. Like him? Like my dad?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, he does. Okay. The drop E tuning, Dad.
It's not drop E tuning. It's drop C tuning.
Oh, okay,
And
okay.
You can tune your guitar to an E chord tuning, but it's drop D tuning.
Okay, got it.
How do you know? How do you know all this stuff about music, Father? Am I allowed to call you Father?
Well,
you're gonna have to.
Weird. It seems a little bit weird, but you can if you like to.
I mean, we're gonna have to.
Oh, Quig is calling. Yes, Kermit and friends. Do you see my dad on the show, Quig?
Oh no, I punched them.
What, Quig?
Is it over?
No, I have my dad, I have Andy, and I have Eric on right now.
So
You okay?
We're on the show right now?
Yeah, you're on Kermit and Friends right now.
Oh, I thought I was calling you like off code.
No, you know when Kermit and Friends is, Quig. You're right over there? You don't sound too good.
I think I inhaled some pollen walking around in the yard.
Oh, okay. You forgot when Kermit and Friends is.
Yeah, I know it's a show. I know it's on Sundays.
Yeah, well, I got Andy with my dad.
Yeah. He didn't forget. He's
he knows.
He's playing.
Quite a few times a week by you when the show.
Found my glasses, by the way.
Right? I get your email, your nice emails like Happy Father's Day to everybody.
Thanks, Quig. That's very nice.
Yeah. Are people listening to us talk right now?
Yeah. You okay?
No. Everybody. Nobody has ears. What is
Andy thinks you're what do you think he's doing?
Lying.
Andy's accusing you of lying right now.
I'm not accusing him.
Well, he's saying he is lying. Yeah.
He's lying.
So everybody
What am I lying
about not knowing that the show is going on right now.
And then can people
No, I
hear
thought
us?
it was over. Usually by 3:30 you're done.
No, it's usually right now, Quick.
You said you wanted to make it shorter, like an hour.
Quick, I'm on right now. I'm on. You know it. Come on.
How many more minutes?
Quick.
I didn't know. I didn't know it. I'm glad.
Are you calling to promote your NFT? Is that what you're calling?
No, I'm calling because I want to say hi to you.
Well, hi. I'm a little busy right now.
I'm scared of my NFTs. I'm petrified.
Why are you scared of your NFTs?
I don't really need to promote them like somebody else is doing, which is a really nice feeling. I don't know. I never did this before.
What, Quick?
I never did an NFT before. I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's an NFT?
Andy wants to know what an NFT is. Oh, my dad's showing your painting. Quick, my dad's showing your painting right now.
He's the only one who got a painting for me for free.
Wow. Oh, my gosh.
He's a very good negotiator.
Andy, look at that painting. That's a Quigley. That's a Quigley. Oh, my God, I can't.
Elisa Jordana is a better negotiator than anybody on Wall Street.
Thank you. That is a painting that Quigley painted for my dad. Gosh, I don't even know when that was.
Yeah.
But
who's the
2003.
Okay, Eric's calling. Yeah, Eric, what? Eric, I'm trying to put you on.
Who's
It's tough like that. Can you hear me, Elisa?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what I wanted to say is, I'm real sorry about saying that about Andy. And I wanted to also apologize to your father.
Okay.
Because the Bible tells us not to speak like that about other people. Can you hear me, Lisa?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never met Andy. I just get a vibe from the guy.
Yeah.
Like your dad, he's got a good vibe. Is Craig still there?
Yeah, he's here.
Yeah, like your dad has a really good vibe. And when I'm trying to do venture capital, and I'm like, man, I know Taylor's manager. I want him here. It's not that I dislike Andy or I want to say any of these kinds of things about him or against him or against any of his friends. You know what I mean? But the thing is, he does have the polar opposite vibe that I have. Can you understand that?
No.
It's actually not that opposite, but I hear you.
It's not?
No, I mean you're both interesting. You're both unusual. Okay.
You know what I mean? The opposite, I don't know if I would ever really need to really ever have dinner with Andy, I don't know if that would ever, for instance, if I never had dinner with Andy in my life, that might be better. And then I went on to play Madison Square Garden. That might be better than ever having dinner with Andy. You know what I'm saying?
But didn't you come in town? Aren't you in town right now to have lunch with me and Andy? Isn't that the whole point of it?
Yeah, but the thing is, his vibes are polarized. I would love to. Are we going to have dinner together? You and Andy and I
don't know.
Yeah, if you pay.
See, that's what I mean. I don't know. Would he want to have dinner with me? Because the thing is, I don't need him to go play Madison Square Garden. You know what I mean? And the thing is, I kind of need you because I kind of do need a female vocalist. And I kind of do need a fan base. I kind of need a platform, if you know what I'm saying, to launch novels. But I do not need Andy to do that. Do you need Andy to do that?
I don't know, Eric. Kermit and Friends, how can I help you?
Hey, Lisa, I made an amendment to my dad joke. Can I retell it?
That guy.
Sure.
What a weird guy.
Who's most likely to have a dead body in their backyard?
Who?
Eric Riggs.
Yeah. That's the right answer. Sigmund's pretty innocent. Sigmund,
Yeah.
I love Sigmund here.
Sigmund. Hey, everybody.
Sigmund,
Really entertain you.
yeah, what are you guys doing over there now? What's happening?
We're here. I just took a sip of green tea and we're just enjoying. We were glad to see that Andy got on to on the show to see your dad today.
Yeah, wasn't that nice? It took a lot. It took a lot of calls. I probably called over 30 times, but I got him on.
Sorry. Baby, I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's
I
okay.
really have been asleep. I think I go in. Now I'm crying. I go into a depression, because my dad's not around because he's dead. And your dad's right here. Look at him. He's doing good.
Yeah.
Your dad's doing good. Look how handsome.
But
Nice.
I'd like to bring my wife over here, but
Please.
she's very shy.
He's
Come
doing.
on, come on, Chuck.
Just let her say hi at least.
Andy wants to say hello to you. Come on, here she comes. Here she comes.
Hi. Hi.
Oh, there she is. Oh my God. Oh,
One
you're not
second,
gonna
sorry.
like this story. So my dad, my dad had a bunch of wooden nutcrackers where it's like a naked lady that you put the nuts between her legs and crack them from the 50s. I'm like, what is this? He's like, I got them when he was in the Navy for 21 years. And he said that they got him when, I think it was in the Philippines or something, from the 50s. And that's just reminds me of your mom and dad.
The Nutcracker?
You said it, not me.
Oh, okay. I'm getting another call. Kermit and Friends, how can I help you?
Hey, Elisa, it's Claire. How are you?
Good. I'm doing good. My dad's talking to Andy.
wait.
I mean, so technically I'm not good, but yeah.
What?
Happy Father's Day. Your dad obviously is a cool dad. He was probably a cool dad when you were a kid too.
Yeah.
Happy Father's Day to
Thank
Andy.
God he's cool, because right now I don't know how other people would handle it.
Yeah, happy Father's Day to Andy and happy Father's Day to everybody else. But listen, the red flags on Eric are, I mean, how many are there? How many red flags are there on Eric so far? Wants to cut your head off, doesn't want to cut your head off. Wants to come have lunch with you. I mean, the way he says that, it's like, what you're still gonna come have lunch with me, right? I mean, that sounds really, Eric, I'm sorry, my friend, but you are a sick man. The things that you think, the things that you say, the conspiracy theories that run through your head are just all wacky, dude. Get some fucking help, Eric, before you do harm to yourself or do harm to someone else. Elisa, I'm sorry I couldn't watch the rest of the show live, but I will be looking at the replay. You're doing such a great job. Happy Father's Day, and beware of Eric Riggs. That's all I have to say. Have a great day, Elisa.
Thank you. You too. Okay, so that's a caller, not an Eric Riggs fan. Yeah, not an Eric Riggs fan, really. There's a couple of Eric. Actually, I know somebody's an Eric Riggs fan. Her name's Lori. She's hosting the wrap-up show. What are you going to talk about on the wrap-up show, Lori?
I mean, the musical performances. I remember that one lady, something about abuse, but I don't remember exactly what happened.
Well, Erica will help you with that. Hold on one second, Lori. Kermit and Friends.
Hey, Lisa, this is Eric. I wanted to respond to what Claire said.
Okay.
The thing about it, Claire, is that some people are really, really strong. That's what my rabbi told me. He said, just be really strong. And the thing about really bad people, the thing is there's really bad people in this world, Claire, is that they have an influence and people get scared by them. And, me, myself, and I, when I'm sitting down with my Chabad rabbi and we're trying to sort this thing out, there's a lot of fear out there. And the thing about Andy, Elisa, can you hear me? Craig, can you hear me?
Yeah, my dad's here. Andy's here. Everybody's here listening.
The thing is, in my career, I've never, like, for instance, I've never been in a gold office where they say, hey, we want to pay you $1 million, but, we want you on these kinds of things. I've been like, I don't do these things. It makes my hair stand up. I got to go. I'm feeling angry. And, the thing about Andy, there's a pretty good chance that he's, like, literally the polar opposite of me. Where it's not that I have anything against him. You follow so far?
I think so.
Yeah, it's not that I have anything against him. It's just I would not be caught dead at those kinds of parties, if you understand. And I don't know why that is. But, if you're listening, one thing is, Craig, I love your daughter, and I really miss her friendship. And I know in my heart if people told her, no, you can never talk to Eric. Eric is literally the Jewish people. You can't talk to the Jews.
I don't think it had to do with that.
I don't know what it has to do with, but the thing is, when I'm sitting down with all the rabbis, they're saying, man, anti-Semitism is a real problem. We've been struggling. It got really hard.
It was like a Jewish company, Eric. It was like led by all Jewish people. I don't think that's what it was.
Well, maybe you're perhaps right, Elisa. But the thing about it is, like someone like Andy's like really famous. Like millions of people know him. But the thing is, me in my heart, I just love this girl. I saw this girl at the Gold Company. I said she looks really beautiful. How can I get to know her? And the thing about someone like Andy is I think about someone like Mendy Kunin, who is the son of the West Coast Front, saying about David Guetta, I want to get together with David Guetta. And he says, you know what? I don't know who that is. I don't even know who that is. But someone like Mendy, do you remember when I gave you that kippah, Lisa? Remember when I gave you a kippah when you were at work?
I don't really remember that.
Well, there's a kosher fish place. I was sitting there drinking some wine, and Rabbi Mendy Kunin sat across from me with his daughter. He said, hey, I want to give you a present for the kippah. And I remember I brought that in, and I gave that to you.
All right, hold on, Eric. Just one second. Kermit and Friends, how can I help you? Kermit and Friends. Oh, never mind. Oh, Eric, you're still there? All right, sorry. What, Eric?
I don't know if I have anything in common with Andy, but the one thing is I really miss your friendship, Elisa. I miss it so much.
Yeah.
So I wanted to confess that to you, and also tell Claire, what, Claire? What are the possibilities that you're not the strongest leader in the world? Are you as strong as Moses? Are you as strong?
Can you come on camera? Because I'm just getting another call, Eric. Kermit and Friends, how can I help you?
Hey, so I always thought it was going to be Quigley or Kleenex that if you ever were to get murdered, but now I think it's Eric. Eric's like the lead.
Yeah, Eric's in town right now.
Yeah, Eric's still in the throne.
Yeah, he's in town.
Should I be afraid?
It's up to you, Andy.
By the way,
What?
I'm never afraid.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, your dad probably likes that about me. You can't scare me.
Yeah, Gonzo.
Can you ask your dad just what he thinks about meeting Eric Ricks today and like his impressions?
I don't think he liked them too much. If I were to guess, I'll ask him right now, but I don't think he liked them. Thanks, Gonzo. Yeah, Eric's still on the phone. How is Eric still on the phone? I hung up. Dad,
Yes.
did you hear the question from the caller?
I think of Tony Perkins when I listen to him, Eric. I think of Tony Perkins in Psycho.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
In the shower. In the shower.
Yeah. That's he wants to take me and Andy to lunch. It would be a free lunch, Andy, so that's the one good part about it.
I'm in. Wait,
Yeah.
can I ask your dad something?
Yeah.
Sounds like Tony Perkins. I'm in.
I got a couple messages right now because I literally just finally got dressed. It took me all that time to get dressed because
You got dressed on camera.
Because I can't find my clothes.
He puts his hand over here. He gets dressed.
No, but a couple of my texts I got while you were on and we were all on is that you performed. Did you?
Yep.
Yeah.
And how? What'd you do? So you're a performer?
Well, I got a little nervous in the first song. I don't know. Playing to iPad, it got me nervous. But I played a couple of old songs. One from Jimmy Reed, blues song, and the other one from Chuck Berry called Memphis.
Andy loves music, right, Andy?
Yeah. Wait, Memphis. How do see? Do I have to keep the camera like this because I don't know why it's doing that?
Isn't Andy great? He's so funny. I think he's so funny.
Sorry, baby. You know what? I'm not trying to. I honestly.
The thing about Andy is like he tries, even though I know he was really tired. He was so tired. I could tell, you know, when I called him earlier, I thought, man, there's no way he's going to make this show, but he tries, you know, he really tries to do things. And he shows up. Yeah. I love that. I love that about him. Right, Eric?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think? Eric, Andy showed up today to meet my dad. How nice is that?
Well, okay. So here's the thing. I think it's really nice. But, you know, if you want to know my honest opinion, you know, in terms of making this like Oprah, you know, the problem about this whole situation, Craig, I'll just tell you from the bottom of my heart, is I proposed to your daughter. Okay.
Oh,
she
God.
said yes. Okay.
No,
in front of David, her mentor, you know, and it was pretty much like a matchmaker situation. Match made in heaven. A music producer, she's a vocalist. This is going to be awesome. You know, I'm studying vocals with Seth Riggs, who's Michael Jackson's vocal coach. This is like perfect. I love this girl, you know, but if you want to know the honest to God truth, you know, in terms of this show, like this show.
Wait,
is,
Eric,
you know,
I'm sorry. Eric, I want to stop you. Turn your camera.
Yeah, you know, the thing about the show is the honest to God truth is that way before
So
Andy
you're gonna
showed
get your
up
ass
here-
kicked. How about that?
No.
Let's stop there. I'm
No,
gonna kick your mother.
no,
effing
no. Okay,
ass.
because you do not control the Fed. You're not Jewish. Okay, it's going to take you a long time to get there. Okay, so whatever spy mission you have going on in your head, until it becomes Jewish, it's not really real. It's not like Moses. Okay, so the thing about it is that way before this person showed up and said, "No, this girl who has $2 million, I get half of it." Come on, I'm funny, I'm cute, I've got friends, I can bang a lot of chicks, I can get this guy, I can bang him. You know, before all that happened, you know, I was texting Elisa, I was hanging out with Chris. I was getting her show kind of lined up in the hotel with Chris Dickinson. You know, we were hanging out with the Hells Angels, you know, earlier on in their trucks, thinking about it, way before this person showed up. Now, also part of the back end, Chris, is the social media people.
Who's
with
Chris?
I don't know who Chris is either.
Chris Dickinson.
Oh my God, he's talking about Chris Dick.
Elisa's dad
Kleenex.
wants to tell you something. What?
No, okay. No,
You need a psychiatrist. You need a very.
Wait, hold on. Gonzo's on the phone. Eric, turn your camera right now, horizontal. Kermit and Friends.
Yes, this is actually the loony bin. We're looking for a gentleman named Eric that escaped our facility. We heard he's been calling your program.
No. So
Thanks
about it. And I don't know if you know this about me, Craig. You know, but every week I talk to my Chabad rabbi who teaches at the Chabad school. Every week. You know, and so when I walked in there, I was like, this is really interesting, you know, because he actually teaches every single Chabad rabbi, and he's also my teacher. You know, so when I'm saying these things, I'm not just saying these things. I'm saying it on his behalf, you know. And people might say, well, that's crazy that the Chabad rabbis believe this every single week.
I just want to say I'm against meditation. I really am. But in your case, I think I need to make an exception.
Okay, I like that. I've been trying to meditate, Craig. Work on my breathing. I try to get
not meditate.
Not meditation. That is not.
Oh, medication.
You need. You know you need.
Yeah, well, you know what? The thing about it is, you know, when you interact with mind, like Andy's mind, you kind of need medication. You know, someone who does like hardcore narcotics, bangs guys, bangs big groups of chicks. You kind of need medication because of the holes in the brain.
Yeah.
There's a lot of holes in the plot line on my end. But you know, a lot of it, Craig, has to do with.
Wait, hold on. Let me see what Andy's saying. Hold on. Andy's asking.
Did you have sex with this fool?
No. We worked together. He was sat behind me. That's it.
Is that I, in my heart, am just totally smitten with your daughter. I'm like completely smitten with her.
Wait, I'm getting a call, Eric. Eric, just 1 second. Kermit and Friends. How can I help you, Kermit and Friends?
Yeah, how does Andy feel about Eric flirting with you right in front of him?
Yeah, that's a good question. Thanks, Erica. Yeah, did you hear that, Andy? Did you hear the question?
What? Say it again.
I don't think he cares,
you know,
Erica.
so
I don't know.
It's kind of like the bottom line, Craig, with Andy, is that he was just going to be a friend until he realized she had a couple $1 million and he didn't have any money. So then he was like, "Oh man, I can do these things to push these buttons, you know." And the thing about it is that then I have to reflect on this person because I love your daughter, and I want her to keep going and keep growing, you know. And the thing is, the $2 million didn't come into the picture until we were talking about my friend Chris, who owns a business brokerage, and he makes like $2 million a year. So I was like, okay, we got to find the real number to balance and figure it out. But the fact is that if our plan together,
him, he needs to be wearing a straitjacket.
He did. Byron,
unless he's secured.
Yeah, he'll be secured. Actually, Byron just wrote to me that he's a big fan of my dad. Byron, is that true?
I am. All the.
What did I do wrong?
All the good jokes that he's coming up with spontaneous. I love it.
Yeah. See, Dad,
I completely agree. He needs to be the exception for medication.
Yeah. I think we all agree that. But
the strongest
and not only do you have a really good mindset, Craig, it's very cleanly, you know, and I could see yeah, really. No, seriously. And the thing is, when we're here, for some reason, I'm not reflecting on this kind of filth. And the filth doesn't come out of me because I don't have to reflect on it. I'm like, oh, thank God, I can just reflect on Craig. So that's the thing. It's like, I want to talk to your daughter again because I love her friendship. But the thing about it is I have a normal mind. I don't do drugs. I get up at 4 o'clock. I go for an hour run. I get on the phone. I crush it.
You need to change.
I need to change.
Wait, Sharmin has a question. Sharmin, I saw that you had a question. What was your question?
I'm not sure which one it is anymore, but poor Craig. How many times have you had to deal with boys fighting over Elisa?
Not really.
Like, happy Father's Day.
That's a good question.
This isn't the first time for sure.
That's a good question.
Definitely not the first time.
Definitely not the first time. Like, this happened.
How
many times have you done this before? Who was the craziest boyfriend Elisa ever had? Because clearly Eric is not the worst. Eric and Andy are not the worst boyfriends. There has to have been another one here. So we're missing somewhere between these two. There's an arc that takes place.
It's just about her money, and all I want to do is win her money in the end. My tactic for winning her money, to balance it and grow it, my only tactic I have, because if I just say, okay, if this is only about her $2 million, let's just be real about the math.
That's when you
my only tactic, is honest, open communication. You know what his tactic is? Fucking men in the ass. You know what his tactic is? Getting 10 women and fucking 10 women in the ass. And the thing about aggressive tactics like that, Craig, is that it wears on the soul, brother. It so wears on your soul. And you say, I'll just continue to be upfront and honest, because I'm not having sex with any other women. I'm literally like, I just need to save up and get together with Elisa because she can be my artist and we can go play sold out arenas. Like, what's the big deal? So the thing is, like, I could go have sex with other women to make her jealous, but I feel like it's not the right tactic.
I'm so glad she has you.
I don't think it is. I don't think it's the right tactic, because the thing is, if you do that, you're not going to really take the $2 million and turn it into $4 million and $8 million, and then you're Oprah. Your tactic is to find out that we're already doing something and eat away at my soul. But the thing is, I think that's why God gave the Jew the godly soul too, so that even if you eat away at my soul, God will still come and have another soul. And maybe that's where we get together as two Jews, Craig. So I want to share that with you, because if I'm just like, the only thing I want is your daughter's $2 million because I want to manage it properly.
He's really pulling the
worst investment ever.
All right.
Do you think you're being a nice guy in front of, you know?
Well, I'm being honest.
Dad? Do you think you're being a nice guy?
Well, nice guys oftentimes finish last, Coach.
No, but if you really care about Elisa, do you think you're being a respectful guy?
Well, Coach, I got to be honest with you. I don't. But you know what? The other thing about it is that I'm connecting with minds here. There's several minds here at the table.
So I'm just going to say, today, do better. Today, do better.
Okay.
Be a good guy.
Okay. Now, the thing about it,
do better today.
I like. What I want to say, Craig, is because it's entirely about Elisa's money.
Yes, Gonzo. Well, hold on, Gonzo. Gonzo.
Hey, no, this is actually the kid that Andy kidnapped. I think Eric's bringing up some really good points. He's making a lot of sense. And I'm so fucking hungry and cold. Just let me out.
Eric, get back down in the
Hey,
basement.
look, Elisa, I just want you for your money.
Back down in the basement.
All right, Greg. All right, fine, whatever. Okay, so
But my
Eric.
tactics are not going to be screwing a man in the butt to get you jealous. My tactics will never be to get 10 women to screw them and make you jealous. And you know why that is?
Why?
Elisa, because you know very well if we were husband and wife and we were doing business, we were playing arenas, we're doing #1 hits, and you walked in and I was screwing another woman, what would your reaction be?
It's hard to imagine that scenario.
You'd be so fucking pissed off. It would totally kill your vibe. And when you're in the middle of a good place, if you saw that, you would literally be so pissed at me that you probably wouldn't even play the concert. You probably would storm out pissed off and never talk to me again.
It's
Okay.
really like
And
you.
so when my tactic is to say, okay,
What's he
you know
talking
what?
about performing?
I don't necessarily understand the politics, but that aside,
Oh my God, this guy is
when I
so-
saw Lisa, I said, hey, this is going to be a good wife. She looks like a great wife. And you know what? If I just stay loyal to her,
Well,
keep talking
too
with
bad.
her-
She's my wife now, bitch.
Right, because I screwed 10 women in their asses in front of her. So now her $1 million is mine. It's mine. Her $1 million isn't mine. It's all mine because I can screw any women in front of her.
$1 million. What is this about?
I think
Yes,
I
it's
know.
all
I think
about
so.
your money, Elisa.
So when Eric and I'll tell you what he's talking about. So when Eric and I were working together, we were working on a trading floor, and there was a big board. And on that board, it had the deals on the board, and it said the amount that was like the total deal. So I think what he's talking about, he calculated that, and he just thought it was all mine, right, Eric?
Right. So the thing about it is Mark Cuban, who our founder would mentor, says it comes down to one thing. Who's got my money? Right? Who's got my money? So who do I need to see to get
Not
more
Elisa.
money? You would see David. David had your money.
Elisa
So you'd send him a call, he would have your call, and then he would cash it in. He had your money.
Baby.
Yes.
Do you have?
And I believe Elisa has my money. So the thing about that $2 million, it's not just $2 million. It's
really is
my
like a
$2 million.
gnat. Like a
I think
mosquito in my ear.
Okay.
Fucking slap him.
Okay, Gonzo, yes.
Yeah, this is Mark Cuban actually. Eric, what the fuck, man? Those are private conversations. I don't need you here blabbing on Kermit and friends about what we talked about. You're out of. I'm cutting your ass out of the company. Eric, you're gone.
Mark Cuban called in for you, Eric.
Was that really him?
Yeah,
So
Mark
no-
Cuban's not happy with Eric right now, and I
Are
can see
you-
why.
No, Elisa, was that really Mark Cuban?
Mark Cuban,
No. And the thing about it
love
is
him.
when you really dial in, and you think
stepped
about
up.
what Mark Cuban said, where he said, "Okay, do you want to know what the secret is, Lucas?" And he said, "What is it?" And Mark says, "Stay on the phone." When I'm on the
He doesn't
phone
need
and
to.
you're not in
He
a good
doesn't
mood,
need
Elisa,
to.
I can
He
feel
can
it.
shut
Not
you up
only can I
real
feel it,
quick and get
but the
off.
clients
I
will
think
yell
Mark
at me.
Cuban's calling
They'll
back.
mirror it.
Mark Cuban is
They'll
calling.
shout at me.
Mark Cuban's calling me back. Mark Cuban, hey, how's it going?
Hey, Lisa, it's Mark Cuban again. Tell this guy to keep my name out of his mouth. I didn't.
It's embarrassing, right?
About what we discussed privately.
I know.
It's very uncouth to be bragging about the business discussions we had, and we're cutting his ass out.
Wait, Mark. All the deals that you were doing with Eric, can you switch them over to me now? Because Eric obviously can't work with Eric anymore.
Gladly, and I can trust you to not, make threats on
I
a public
won't.
forum. Eric, you need to go back to business school, bro.
Exactly.
Very, 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 very unacceptable, this behavior.
Exactly. I agree. All right. So I'm going to take over your deals, Eric. I don't think you're really capable.
Now, okay, let's say you have $2 million, okay? And whoever you go with now owns 1 million of that money. Okay, now who are you going to reward for what behavior to give them that $1 million? Are you going to reward the person? Okay, now so let's think about Peter Thiel, who says you date your person for about 3 months and you decide if you're going to invest in them or not. Okay, now if you have $2 million from the firm, and you have 1 million that you're going to cut a check to the other side, and you're going to say, okay, now who, after dating you for a year, listening to everything you have to say, feeling your vibe, feeling you up, feeling if I want to go into business with you or not. Peter Thiel says you don't just go to a party and then go into business with somebody. You have to date them. You have to figure out who they really are inside. Now,
yeah, I'm looking forward to working with Mark.
Are you going to cut the $1 million to the person that fucked 10 women and then a guy for a long time to get to know you? Or are you going to cut the check for $1 million to the guy who's loyal to you?
Are you talking about Andy?
Because you're cutting a check for $1 million to him as well.
Hi, this is Jeff. Hey, hello?
Yes?
And you're hi, this is Jeff Bezos. My buddy Mark Cuban just called me and told me to completely stop doing deals with this guy, Eric. He's making a very bad impression.
Yeah, he's not like professional at all. He's telling all your business.
And he's threatening to kill Andy Dick, beloved comedian Andy Dick. Unacceptable.
Yeah, unacceptable. Exactly.
The Fed will do that if the Fed needs to do that. That's why we have a lottery commission. But now the thing about it, Elisa, if you really think about brass taxes, let's get down to numbers. Remember that scenario where you walk in and I'm screwing another girl and we're married? That would never fly, right? That would never fly. You would be livid, you'd be upset, you would probably break things, you probably would not ever get on stage again, and you would never trust me again. Now, the thing about that is that's in an upward slope, right? So if you're going
permanent friends.
Hi, this is brass taxes. I just wanted to ask Eric to stop talking about it.
Okay, brass tacks called for you, Eric. He doesn't want you to be talking about him anymore. But I think we should just all make up right now and just hear a song. Oh, is that Lucas? Oh, hi, Lucas.
No. Elisa, what I think we should do is think about Peter Thiel. Think about Peter Thiel,
Baby,
because that's who we're really.
What'd you say, Andy?
Yeah, fucking finally got rid of that fucking bitch ass faggot. What? I'm gonna go insane. So you need to answer me truthfully. Did you guys ever have sex, you and him?
No.
What's his fucking problem? Why is he all over your fucking nuts? I'm over it with him.
I don't know.
Just love it. You like to stir me up. Where's your dad? Because Craig, what's your dad's name? Craig or Greg?
Craig.
Well, where is he? Anyways.
He's right there.
Okay.
Because so far, Andy and I, we see eye to eye.
Perfect. All right. I don't know what happened to Andy, but it's been a fun show, right, Dad?
Oh, great. It was great.
All right, good.
He needs help, but
Yeah, he's okay. He has some good qualities too. He's not all bad.
I'm sure he's very good, but he should know that, anyway.
Yeah.
He needs help.
And if you need help and you're watching this, you can reach out to Katha, who was our guest earlier, and she can help you, right, John?
Yes, sir.
All right, John, play us out.
You want me to restart that song again then, right?
Yeah, restart your song. I want to thank everybody for being part of Kermit and Friends, my dad especially, Wappy and Sigmond, Byron, Coach Love, Sharmin, Eric, Andy, Lori, everybody here. And don't forget to donate to Benji so he can run his marathon. And just thank you all for being part of Kermit and Friends. Happy Father's Day.
Okay, let's see if I get the mojo again with it. I'll try. A child arrived just the other day. Came in the world in the usual way, but there were planes to catch and bills to pay. He learned to walk while I was away. He was talking before I knew it, and as he grew, he says, I'm gonna be like you, Dad. I'm gonna be like you. But the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. A little boy blue and the man in the moon. When you're coming home, Dad, I don't know when. We'll get together then. Yeah, we'll have a good time then.
Buddy.
Bring that back up. Sun turned 10 just the other day. He said, thanks for the call. Come on, let's play. Can you teach me to go? Said it not today. Got a lot to do, said that's okay. Walked away, but as he smiled, said, I'm gonna be like him. Yeah, you know I'm gonna be like him. And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. Little boy blue and the man in the moon. When you come home, Daddy don't know when we'll get together then. Yeah, you know we'll have a good time then. Come on, bring me back up. Don't do that. Want to see me? Here we go. Billy came from college just the other day. So much like a man, I just had to say, I'm proud of you. Could you sit for a while? He shook his head and he said with a smile, but I really like that is the bar.
I'm not saying you can't be an executive producer on the show, but my body is my body, brother. And you know, you cannot be coming onto my property acting like you're a Jew, like you're entitled to being in my temple if you're not Jewish. You know, and that's the bottom line. Is my body's my body, man. You know, until you get permission from the other side, and there's money involved, you cannot just jump to conclusions. And if you're not Jewish, you're not anyone to me, okay? You can't walk into that Chabad shul and walk out in one piece. You're not Jewish. It doesn't matter who you are, because there's something in your soul that has to be looked into very carefully, like an engine. Like a little engine that could, very carefully scrutinized. Because in the end, Hashem does the balance sheet for the world. He judges us all measure for measure. You know, and at the end of your life, you'll probably look back and say, I can't believe I messed that up. I wish I would have worked with Eric to become an executive producer on this show, because he would have made me a deal that I couldn't refuse. I wish that I would have respected his property rights, not made any inclination that I might be trying to steal his novel. But you know what? Eric will still work with me because we've been working together. But my body is my body. And the quick root for you probably is not true. You know, you have so many people over there on your side. I don't have anyone. I've got a chick. You have so many people, Andy. You have so many people to turn to. You don't need to come after my things. My things. I need Eric's things. I need the things of the Jews. Mine. But the thing is, it's my butthole. It's my penis. It's my abs. It's my heart. It's my soul. And a lot of times you've been coming too close to my soul. And I don't know why that is.
No respect.
But let me tell you, it's not well meant. And the idea that you will disappear and be really successful somewhere else is probably more real than you being a producer for us.
Andy,
Yeah.
I love you, man.
Yeah, like I would have been like, totally, you could be an executive producer, but your tactics are so underhanded, and they're so distasteful, and they're so not Jewish, and they're so unholy that I don't think I would ever want to work with that person. And I think Peter Thiel would probably endorse that. Peter Thiel would say, no, listen, no, if you dated somebody, Peter Thiel, who took out bin Laden, you know, would probably say, listen, no, if you dated somebody and they act a certain way, you know, and everybody's watching it, you know, and the funders are watching it, you know, and these tactics are so blatant. No, it's not that later on this person is entitled to something. No, they dated that person. This person acted in ways that were totally unprofessional. You know, and this person totally tried to move towards stealing your novels and selling them out to people, moving into her house, you know. Things that are sort of blatantly obvious, you know, to Peter Thiel, who's looking at it saying, no, I don't. No, I don't think that Peter Thiel would invest in you. Every day, you know, and when Eric is here, you know, when Eric is here, and he's on behalf of Peter Thiel, who's really running the balance sheet, you know, and he says these things, and you just take it seriously. You know, Eric knows all of them. And like, here's all the Jews that do all the funding in LA, and he knows all of them. So when you show up and you do this to my body, and you think you're cute, you're winning a beauty pageant, you know, the fact of the matter is that it is not well meant. It's not well received.
Blase, blah. Who gives a fuck?
It's not well received, okay? And the thing about it, you know, is that when we do date for a year and it's not well received in the end, there isn't a cash handout for you for $1 million, my friend. What there is no criminal charges. What there is no civil charges. What there is saying, hey, you do know everybody in LA. You can put something together on your own, brother. But brother. The itemization of when you'll be a producer for me is not well met. Because you've been an enemy.
It's too intellectual. Like
and I am the Jewish people. I am the Jewish people. So you have become an enemy to the Jews, essentially, in the city. And when you're advocating like that, it's not well meant. It's not. And it's not family oriented either. When I walk in and we're all family and the Jewish kids are playing there, and we're all drinking, and you're my enemy, my brutal enemy, trying to steal from me. It's not well meant. We don't want to call it anti-Semitism, but it is
Eric,
not an asset.
You never stop talking, Eric.
To Lori Bolton. Becoming like Oprah. It's not an asset to Gonzo, being on the Stern Show. We don't need this person to have Howard sign the check. What we need is Mendy Cunin, to be able to talk with Howard.
Leave my friend Andy alone, you son of a bitch. Stay away. You're rambling on and on. Leave Andy alone. He's not doing
I love this.
Leave Johnny B alone. Johnny B's a
That's
performer.
how you are.
How dare
Leave
you?
him alone.
You're ashamed. You're ashamed of Kermit and Friends. You've embarrassed everyone. And you owe an apology to Andy. You an apology to Craig. You owe an apology to Johnny B. You owe an apology to myself.
Eat a dick and die.
And you owe an apology to the Jewish faith.
The great thing about the Jewish people is
you an apology to rabbis all over the world.
But we don't want to shake you down in the end. We know where you live, but we want you to go and build new companies.
Eric, we know where you live. You live in your car.
We know where you live, but we want you to live a safe life.
Worry about where you live, Eric.
Come here.
We just don't want you coming anywhere near my family because we know that you would probably try to shake them down.
You're such a fucking
My attack dog will fuck
yeah, that's kind of the idea. That's kind of the itemization. Because it's like we want you to have time because God, what the difference between the evil inclination, the Yetzer Hara, and God is that God gives people time to think.
You believe in a false God.
When Andy looks back on this in 2 years and says, dude, I made these huge mistakes. I fixed my attitude.
All right, Eric. I hope you're going on the wrap-up show today. I hope everybody goes to Lori's wrap-up show. I'm pretty sure that we're going to lunch with Eric today, and Eric is going to take Lucas, Andy, myself, and Elaine out to lunch. Is that right, Eric?
Who the fuck is Eric?
Now, the thing about it is making Andy an executive producer on the show, it's not entirely off the table. But right now, it definitely is. It definitely is. Because, an executive producer doesn't, he has so many friends he can turn to. He doesn't need to try to take my things and go, these are mine now, what you have, Eric. And the thing about when it's not well meant like that is I'll do lunch with you, okay? And you know what? I'll entertain the idea that in the end, you want this rock star thing. I'll entertain that a little bit. But if you know damn well, if you looked over the video camera for the last year, you know damn well that the vast majority would be that you don't fucking care about Eric being a big rock star in the end. His interests. You don't really care about.
All right, so you want to go to Beverly Hills with this guy to lunch, Andy?
If he's paying, yeah. He's gonna, what he's gonna pay for? Him getting shuttled out by paramedics in an ambulance. Because I'm gonna fucking beat the living fucking shit out of him. But yeah, lunch sounds good. Can we get beef tartare?